Hey everybody, welcome back to another Baldur's Gate 3 video. In this one, I'm going to be covering the achievement She Cannot Be Caged, which is to rescue Sazza from the Emerald Grove, the Goblin Camp, and Moonrise Towers all in one playthrough. So I'm going to walk you through all three of those steps, where to find Sazza, how to get her to the camp, and make sure she stays alive, and then finally, how to find her at Moonrise Tower. So, hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So the first major step is going to be to find Sazza. So what you're going to do is head to the Emerald Grove or the Druid Grove and make your way to the northernmost part, and you'll find a makeshift prison where Sazza is being held captive and a tiefling is basically threatening to kill her. If you don't come here before you do the goblin encampment, the tiefling will shoot Sazza and kill her, so you need to do this fairly early on into the playthrough if you want to make sure she survives, and you're going to need to in order to get the achievement. So once you convince the tiefling to kind of leave and not to kill Sazza, you'll have a conversation with her, and she will basically want to be let out. To actually let her out, you just pick the lock on the cage once all of the tieflings have left, and then you'll just escort her out of the grove through a back door. So now that we have freed Sazza, we're going to make our way over here to the east and go through this secret passage. One quick note, when you get in here, there will be some like bear totems and eagle totems. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Basically, you're going to enter turn-based mode and click on the shining glyphs on the wall to deactivate them. If you don't do this, there's a good chance the turret will shoot Sazza, and if you hadn't noticed, she has 6 health. You can guess how many times I messed this up. Also, there's some goblins that are going to go hostile, so keep Sazza in the back and kill them so that they do not kill her. All in all, the fight's pretty easy. There's about 5 goblins in total, but they do have the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
So just make sure you have some sort of range or have some way of closing that gap. They do have quite a few archers, but all in all, shouldn't be too difficult. Like I said, just keep Sazza out of the fight. Once that's done, there'll be another tower up ahead that you'll need to deactivate the same way you did with the bear tower. You'll click the little rune thing, and it'll deactivate that turret. So once you've deactivated all of the runes, handled all those goblins, and made your way out of the tunnel successfully, Sazza will depart your party and head towards the Blighted Village. So what you're going to want to do is head that direction, and then you will just follow Sazza into the goblin camp in the next step. So from the Blighted Village waypoint, you're going to just head straight west. If you haven't been to the Blighted Village yet, you will just come here more than likely through the story. Just follow the road, and when you get to a spot where there's a bunch of goblins that are going to try to jump out at you, that's the Blighted Village. So, like I said, just head straight west from this waypoint, and you'll see Sazza is waiting right outside the goblin camp, and she will escort you safely through this first little outpost. So once we've passed this goblin camp, just continue to follow Sazza all the way into the actual goblin camp and down towards Minthara, who is the drow that is trying to invade the Druid Grove. So you can accidentally get Sazza killed here, so be mindful. You have to tell Minthara that Sazza didn't know you were a true soul. If you don't do that, she will feed Sazza to some spiders, and then you will not be able to get the achievement. One other quick note, this achievement is very easy if you're playing an evil playthrough. Basically, once you get to Minthara and you agree to help her kill the Druid Grove, Sazza will just stay at the goblin camp and kind of be left to her own devices until Act 2. If you are doing a good playthrough though, you're going to have to kill the goblin leadership. And once you do that, all of the goblins in the encampment will go aggressive. So what I would advise you do is kill the 3 leaders and then teleport out. That way, Sazza doesn't accidentally get killed in the crossfire. You can agree to help Minthara and have her invade the Druid Grove and then betray her there, because like I said, Sazza won't leave the actual goblin encampment. So she will stay safe, and you won't have to worry too much about her getting killed by the druids. So once you've convinced Minthara that Sazza didn't know, you can check to make sure that Sazza's okay. She'll be located in the center room by Priestess Gut, on the right wall if you were coming in from the main entrance. She'll just be standing there kind of off to herself, and she won't really do anything. That's exactly where you want to leave her when you progress your story, whether you decide to help the druids or to help the goblins. Either way, just make sure Sazza is next to Priestess Gut, and you'll be good to go. So now that we've saved Sazza from the druids and the goblins, we will have the final meeting at Moonrise Tower in Act 2. One quick note, you want to make sure to come here before you do the Night Song quest line, because if you don't, all of these goblins will be dead when you come here, so don't do that. So come to Moonrise Tower early. You will be safe. They won't attack you outright, so you can just come here at any point, and they will think that you're a part of the Absolute and the True Soul. So come into the main throne room, and Sazza will be kind of cowering before our big bad evil guy. So to actually save Sazza, there isn't any difficult checks or persuasion or anything like that. All you have to do is go through the dialogue and just not kill her. You will have full control over whether she lives or dies, and just choose to have the guards release them. When they are released, there is no repercussions. None of these members will go hostile. They don't really even seem to care after you let them all go. So just keep Sazza alive, don't kill these goblins, and you will get your achievement.
You won't regret this! Praise the Absolute!
Oh, you exhaust me. Compassion is not a virtue.
Alright, so I'm going to wrap the video up there. I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you get that achievement. And if you guys have any questions or need help, just post it in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get to them as quickly as I can. Again, if you liked the video, please do like this. It helps a lot, as well as subscribing to the channel. I'm going to continue posting Baldur's Gate videos. As far as tutorials go, I think there's so many out there right now that I'm going to maybe shift gears a little bit and do some just kind of funny videos that I've kind of collected throughout my 300 plus hours of this game. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe so you can stay up to date, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.